probably the biggest game on planet Earth. And now this grand game enters its 6th decade. We welcome you to Santa Clara and Levi's Stadium for Super Bowl 60. Tonight, settle in, we've got a good one coming your way. It's the AFC champion Denver Broncos and the champions of the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles. What a thrill! Tonight, we celebrate 60 years of Super Bowls. We do it in style. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you here from Santa Clara. And Greg, the Eagles are right back here looking to do what the Chiefs did right before them. Win back-to-back Super Bowls and lift that Lombardi Trophy for the 2nd consecutive year.
And you have to think, are we on the precipice of the next dynasty? What we've talked about in years past with the New England Patriots, and then more recently, the Kansas City Chiefs. After last year's dominating Super Bowl performance, this roster, what Philadelphia has been able to put together these last couple years, I think a Super Bowl win here today, and now they become maybe that new top-of-the-heap team that we talk about here in the NFL.
Jaleel McLaughlin now on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. 2nd season now for Bo Nix.
You just can't imagine the emotions and the thoughts swirling around his head as he takes the field on this opening drive, Mike. I mean, you think of the journey they've been on, their regular season, that gauntlet of playoff games through the AFC playoffs, and now here they are. He's taking the field as the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and he's 4 quarters away from living out his dream.
Here's Dobbins. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Adoree Jackson makes the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try and get there. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
He'll run again.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go play action with Nix. Open man downfield. That's Ingram. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense. Traditionally in 1st and 10, Mike, a defense is not playing for draw. So I think in this case, it was their quick reaction to the ball and able to get someone to meet the runner and stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 7.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells. So they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass.
And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Hey, Dobbins. Touchdown, Broncos. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. It's up and good. Broncos are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This will be returned from the 2. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
All week long, they just keep telling themselves it's just another game, and then reality sets in. And I promise, as he takes the field right now, Mike, the thoughts and the emotions swirling around his head, he's got to do his best to harness it. These are the games that legacies are built upon. He understands, even though he's had this long journey, he is going to be judged based on these next 4 quarters.
Hurts looking to throw on first down. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
To throw on second down is Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? As you can probably imagine, Mike, this one really burns me. I mean, man, I wish my fellow tight ends catch every ball the entire game, but to be this open and not come down with it, I'm going to have to set a reminder. Next year at TEU, we're going to have to bring out some jugs machines.
On third down, here's Hurts. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the first quarter, they've done just that.
A run with Dobbins. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. From the 31, here's second and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
That's good.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
A bit of a risky throw there, Mike. You don't love to see a quarterback force the ball, especially into a crowded area. In the end, I think he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Now it's Dobbins. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
13 yards.
Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Denver first down.
First and 10
This offense
at
has to be
48-yard
thrilled, Mike, with the
line.
success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
And he finds a little bit of space. We'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Back to throw is Nix. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
And with that sack, it should put an end to what's been a very promising drive up until this point. Great job of bend without breaking, getting yourself off the field when the opportunity presented itself.
On fourth down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to kick it away. Back deep, Jahan Dotson. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Eagles offense ready for their second possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's first and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
Alex Singleton on the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Beyond the 30s. 14 on the pickup. First down, Philadelphia.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On play action, here's Hurts. Is incomplete and brings us to the end of the first quarter of play. So, 1 quarter down here on Super Bowl Sunday. It's the Broncos with the early lead. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. We'll try again here, 2nd and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. Caught out wide on the RPO. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. Hurts and Brown connect, and it's a first down for Philly.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Man in motion is Smith. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Open man, Devontae Smith. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Broncos' 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 2. Hurts going to keep it on the option. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him, and in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
They'll pitch it to Barkley. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. They turn it over on down.
It's a turnover on downs.
The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. Play action now. It's Nix. Rolling right. He keeps it himself. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And the Broncos...
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
They'll throw. It's Nix. And this ball incomplete on third down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Broncos will extend to a 10-0 lead. So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. To the left, and he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Moving to his left. And they will finally run him down near midfield. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Hurts to the air on 1st down. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 3. Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. He'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
That's good for an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He finds Jahan Dotson. And he's close to another 1st down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goedert. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
On second down, Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Brings up third and
I think the
6.
days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Third down, here's Hurts out of the gun. That is caught. What a throw. A.J. Dillon. Touchdown, Eagles.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles are on the board. It's 10-7.
Broncos 10, Eagles 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to Dobbins. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Second down. Nix. To the left side, into the hands of Franklin. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 2.
2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Back for more on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Now a 3rd and 2. To throw is Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get their man, and it's no gain.
It's 4th down.
Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Dotson will bring it back. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Eagles offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him, and that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Room to run, past the 30. Good-looking screenplay there, a gain of 11 and a first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again.
And he will go all the way. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Elliott on now for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Eagles are on top. It's 14-10.
Eagles 14, Broncos 10.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense and their running back set to go once more. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He connects with Mims. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half.
At the 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Mims sent in motion here. On 2nd down, it's Nix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Denver. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
13 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Philadelphia.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath, focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
first down, it's Hurts. You look underneath here for Barkley. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To the air again. Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Why not go back to him? That one good for 20 yards and a first down.
Eagles first down. First and...
So, halftime here out west. Let's send it east to Scott Hansen. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand as this second half is about to get underway. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Hurts working in the pistol. He'll step up and run this. And Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the first down.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the
They got to do a better
37-yard
job
line.
of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
The pass caught by Saquon. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
I'll run up the middle with Barkley. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. And Zach Allen there on the tackle.
42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Hurts. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
And on third down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
And no return. How good is that? Backs him up all the way to the 2.
Their own 2-yard line.
The Broncos offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up second down.
10 yards on the pickup.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
He's to the 25, and they'll get him down, but not before he takes this across the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 21
A gain there of 21. First down, Broncos.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
First down. First and 10.
And this is what happens when your offensive line and your back are in sync and on the same page. Great job by the O-line distorting the defense at the point of attack, and then the running back understanding where that hole is, hitting it full speed, brings up a fresh set of downs.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
They'll stick with him again. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He's going to send it downfield looking for Ingram. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 36 yards. Here's first and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And it's going to be first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical third down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll take this one in. Hey, Dobbins. Touchdown, Denver. That is second touchdown of this Super Bowl. Lutz for the extra point. got it. And the Broncos move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14.
Eagles 14.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense about ready to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And in motion is Brown. A 1st down throw for Hurts. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Run straight ahead with Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Hurts now on 3rd and 2. Now a screen set up for Barkley. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play, and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Delivers it quick to Brown. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Barkley. Crazy. Finding space at the 15. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. That one's good for 29.
Well, they find themselves in a tight game here in the 2nd half, and they're thinking, we got to get this guy going. He hasn't done much up until this point, but man, you talk about making a play when your team needed it. That's the kind of play that sparks the offense, and now see if they can finish.
He's shown the sideline.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles move out in front by 4. It's 21-17.
17.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. McLaughlin now on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Play action now. It's Nix. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
A nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. What can they do here on third down and 7? Here's Nix to throw. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the third quarter has come to an end. The Broncos bringing out their punter. They forced a punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. That is fielded at the 20. And it'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. To start the drive. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
That's good for an Eagles.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for an Eagles first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And
oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And it might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. On play action, here's Hurts. Throw on the run is complete. And he's out of bounds. Gain of about 10, so that'll help as they get set to face a third down.
It's actually a really nice job there on second down, putting this into a third and more manageable down and distance. Remember, they suffered that first down sack, and so often that can derail the drive, but they got a chance here to pick this up and maintain possession.
And on third down, that ball incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it's going to lead to fourth down.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the fourth quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
So anytime you find yourself in a backed-up situation like this, Mike, there's 2 goals. You want to pick up 2 first downs, and then after that, of course, you want to go down and score. So first objective is complete. Let's see if they can pick up another.
2nd down. Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
A big play looming here. They need to convert. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to cut any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
That's good for a Broncos.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 6. On the bootleg, it's Nix. The open man is Atkins. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw is Nix. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
2nd and 10. Here's Dobbins. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing. Nix. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Denver 1st down.
Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. J-Wicks hunts in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's third down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
They need one right now. Third and long. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Barkley. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
At the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, Philadelphia.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
Hurts going to hold on to this one. The defense not fighting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Run with Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. The Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Once again, it's Barkley.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll look underneath here for Barkley. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And there it is. They've done it again. For a second straight year, the Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Wow, you talk about a compelling Super Bowl. That's as good as we could ask for, Greg. A struggle, tight till the end, but ultimately, one team had a little bit more, and they are now the champions.
And as in the case in so many Super Bowls, Mike, your entire franchise, and for a lot of these players, their legacies are altered by a play here, a play there. This could have been a totally different outcome, but let's give credit to the champs. They made the plays when they needed, and that's NFL ball, and I'll tell you what, they're going to enjoy this celebration.
So that'll do it for another sensational season of the NFL on EA Sports. For our entire team and with my